Hi, welcome back. So this is me actually in the middle of doing this video because I'm awful at pre-recording stuff. It's December. It's the start of December and time is ticking by and it's making me anxious because I still have so many books that I want to read. Problem is I don't have the time. So what I'm going to do, it's obviously, you know, from the title, a 24-hour readathon. What I'm in the middle of actually, and what I will be in the middle of in the start of this video, will be 3 books. The first one is the Homestuck epilogues, which it's kind of like a web novel. It's the epilogues from the behemoth that is Homestuck that I read this month. And then I'm reading The Order of the Phoenix by Harry Potter. You know, Harry Potter. No, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Because I'm doing a project on it. And then I'm also reading a book, which I have. Sorry. You'll see me starting in the video. I'm reading The Line of Beauty by Anna Ollinghurst. This man won the Man Booker Prize like many times. And possibly because of this book, this is the recounting of a very young man in the 80s in the UK. He goes to live with a very rich family. They're all Tories and he's very queer. And it's about him, his research of the ultimate beauty and the AIDS crisis, which, if you know, it's one of my favorite things to read about, even though it's one of the saddest periods of time for queer history. But I think it's so interesting to see it from various perspectives. So how I'm going to do this 24-hour readathon, I'm not going to do it consecutively. I like my life, I like my sleep schedule. What I'm going to do is have a clock and start and stop every time I read, and I'm going to try to finish this readathon as soon as I can, like in 3-4 days max, because I do have classes and I do have like errands to do, but I still want to read as much as possible. So I'll start my clock and I'll see you then. Hi, I'm home from classes. I did read a little bit between classes, so I'm actually at like 23 hours and 20 minutes or like 40 minutes of reading. And now I'm going to finish the gray part of my like intricate jumper that I'm, you know, knitting. And I'm going to listen to my audiobook. I'm listening to the Order of the Phoenix, I think. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And I am right at the beginning and I have like 18 hours of this audiobook. So I want to finish it and I want to start another book. So we'll see about that. Because tomorrow, there are not going to be classes tomorrow. So I'm going to stay home and I have the whole day of reading and I'm so happy about it. And we'll see about that. I had forgotten how awful the government, like the magical government, is in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Like, you're up against a 15-year-old boy. Sorry. Hi, updates from the bathroom, which is the only room that has kind of not awful lighting. So I am on hour 2 of my 24-hour readathon and I'm still listening to the audiobook of The Order of the Phoenix. I'm also like, that's me trying to dye a jumper. It's not the gray that I wanted, so I'm dyeing it. Not sure how is it gonna turn out because I knitted the jumper, so this is an experiment. I think I'm going to switch soon to a physical book because I'm getting tired of listening to the audiobook, but I don't have The Order of the Phoenix because I just don't have it. And so I'll switch to another book, I think. Okay, so it is cold as shit outside, okay? I don't know why, winter really kicked in like an hour ago. I am, although, starting The Line of Beauty by Anna Hollyhurst. This is apparently like a light academia, very sad gaze novel, and I have been wanting to read this for a really long time. It's 500 pages, tiny, tiny font, but it's sad gaze in academia, and I mean, that's my favorite thing in the entire history of the universe. They're like also in the pursuit of the ultimate beauty, so there's going to be like all the parts that I really loved of the secret history about, you know, literature and beauty and like Greco-Roman Empire. I think discussion of beauty are going to be happening in this book, and I love those. So let's start it together. I mean, like literally, the gay novel that started to appear in the 1980s were of a different breed from the wistful and restrained predecessors. I'm already in love. This is just the introduction. And it's dedicated to his lover. I'm sorry, I'll shut up now. It starts with a quote from Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. I think this book was made for me. I look like a sick Victorian child. Is it better? I have no idea. So it's the next day. I'm sorry if you're hearing noises. They are murdering the streets outside. There's a leak and they're not doing their job very well. And I know this because that's my job. I'm a civil engineer. That's not how to do their jobs. Let's talk about reading. I am reading 3 books at a time. Yesterday, as you saw, I started The Line of Beauty by Alan Hollyhurst. I read 20 pages, and these 20 pages, dense, complicated, beautiful though. Like, the writing is very, very beautiful. The sentences are long, the punctuation is very scarce, but I'm loving it. I really like it. And I found that there's an audiobook for this book. So when I'm feeling stuck with the writing, I can just, you know, hop onto the audiobook, which has a beautiful narrator. I can already tell that this is going to get really sad because one of the protagonist's friend, he's staying at her house, like this beautiful mansion, because they are very rich Tories in the UK. She has a thing with self-harm, and I think it's hinted that she's bipolar. And there's also the fact that the AIDS crisis is coming. It's one of my favorite things in book to read about because I think it's interesting, it's heartbreaking, and I can never know more about. Is that how you say that in English? I'd love to know more about it. That's the thing. I'm also reading The Order of the Phoenix. I listened to the audiobook yesterday night, so I am on hour 4 or 5, between hour and 4 and 5, and I'm enjoying myself. That The Order of the Phoenix is actually a very painful book because everything happens to Harry and it's very heartbreaking. Entering hour 5, I don't think I'm going to read any more of this right now. I'm going to listen to the audiobook for The Order of the Phoenix. I have a few errands to do, and then I think I will get back to this one because it's gay and sad. Hi, updates. When I'm in my pajamas, it's 11 p.m. I am listening to the audiobook. I am on, I have still 16 hours. I don't want to do math. It's too late. I know I'm an engineer, but I don't want to do math. I'm listening to The Order of the Phoenix. It's really good. It is, I think, one of the fan favorites Harry Potter books. It's not my favorite. My favorite is The Half-Blood Prince. And I also, I'm reading a little bit of the Homestead catalogs. Those are what they are. I also really love my hair. I went swimming and this is the result. They're not going to be as nice in the morning of the professional swimmer. Is this having really, really good hair at 11 p.m. going nowhere but your bed in your Jake pajama. Deep sigh, deep sigh. The hair miraculously stayed. I had to take the train again. I am what you would call a pendolare in Italy, and which means that I have to take the train a lot of the time to get where I want to go. Today I have to go to my therapist appointment, and so I had to take the train. I'm in my home right now. I did read a lot on the train because there were some problems with the train line. So the trip, instead of 30 minutes, it was like more like an hour. So I read a little bit of The Order of the Phoenix. I am on hour 9. I'm having the best of times. I think doing readathons like this, in which you read as much as you can in one day and then transport it to the other, it's the best way to not like get into a reading slump, because those are awful. I want to read a lot this month, so I think I'm going to finish The Order of the Phoenix today and then go back to The Line of Beauty, because I read a little bit of The Line of Beauty. It's so good. It's such a wonderful queer book. It treats its characters with so much grace and gentleness, and I love it. However, I also started reading a very long fanfiction. I'm going to finish the fanfiction. I swear, it's not going to hinder my reading. I don't know if I should count it, because I am physically like reading the words. I don't think I should count it. I don't think I will. But yeah, I am on hour 9. Let's go to hour 10. Switched to the iPad because I'm in my favorite armchair, and we are on hour almost 10. I'm having a really good time. This kind of readathons, as I said, I think are the best. It just keeps the want for reading alive. I don't think you could ever like get in a reading slump this way. Like 24 hours straight of reading, I think that would like give the worst kind of vibes. But I'm having a very silly, goofy time with this book. It's still The Order of the Phoenix. I am on hour 9. No, that's not right. I have 9 hours and a half left, something like that. And I have like 2 hours left of the audiobook. So, plan is, I'm going to finish the audiobook tonight. And then maybe finish the Homestuck epilogues. Maybe going along with The Line of Beauty. I'll decide then. But until then, Order of the Phoenix, baby. Hi, it's the next day and I finished the behemoth that is The Order of the Phoenix. I still have 4 hours left. What I should have done was continuing The Line of Beauty, but what I did, however, was starting the Half-Blood Prince. I feel like I should explain why I'm rereading the Harry Potter books, even though, you know, fuck J.K. Rowling, because like literally fuck her. She's a terrible human being. I'm using the books to research a paper that I have to write for a project that I'm doing outside of university, so I have to read them. I should have already read all of them, and I'm a little bit behind. I'm using the audiobooks to help me. It's not an unpleasant experience, of course. It's just, you know, the author is a piece of shit. I don't want you to think that I'm endorsing these books. It's just, since I should read them, I want to, you know, capitalize on that. Even though I don't make a dime from these videos, I'm just using them as, you know, motivation to read something else. So what I'm doing today is probably reading the last bit of the Homestuck epilogues in between my classes, because I do have classes today, unfortunately. And then I think I'm going to continue with The Line of Beauty. I want to finish that book, even though I'm not sure I'm going to finish it in like this 24-hour readathon, but possibly in the next few days. Maybe see it in another vlog, but we'll see.
Hi, voiceover Alice here. I completely forgot to film a ending for this video. I know, typical me, but I'm preparing for vlogmas and I was very distracted. In the end, I finished the Order of the Phoenix. I did not finish the epilogues nor the Line of Beauty. But counting, I still read over 700 pages. So, as always, socials are in the descriptions and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!